3 years ago, my partner and I bought our first home. It was a modest place, and our neighbors were wonderful. Life was good. So good, in fact, that 18 months later, when those neighbors decided to sell their house, which was larger and had more luxuries like a driveway, a garage, and a bathtub, we jumped at the chance. We bought their house and put our old one right next door up for sale. After reading several motivation letters from potential buyers, we chose a Polish couple. They spoke English to us, not Dutch like we did, but everything seemed normal. They asked for tips about the house. We had pleasant small talk. Looking back, that was the calm before the storm. Even before the big incidents, things felt off. At strange hours, sometimes midnight, we'd hear heavy banging or incredibly loud music blasting through the walls. It wasn't constant, but it was enough to make us uneasy, like we didn't truly know who was living just a few feet away. The first real red flag came when the neighbor returned home with severe damage to both sides of his car. It looked like he had scraped a guardrail at high speed on both sides. When we asked what happened, he gave a clumsy excuse: a concrete pole on one side, a trailer taking a turn too wide on the other. The math didn't add up, but we chose to believe him. Then one evening, around 6 p.m., he called us in a panic. He said people were outside his house turning the security cameras away. He begged us to check and call the police. We looked, and sure enough, 2 men were breaking in. We called the police immediately, but it took them 20 minutes to arrive. By then, the burglars were gone. Nothing was stolen. No one was caught. Later, we checked the doorbell footage. We saw one of the burglars calmly standing there before the break-in, discussing which house to target in Polish. It felt staged. I told the police it felt like a setup. I never heard back. A week later, things escalated. My partner called me in terror. The neighbor's car had just driven straight through our front garden and crashed into their own front door. 2 men were frantically loading the car with high-end electronics, TVs, speakers, expensive gear. The police arrived in 7 minutes this time. They caught the men loading the car. But then something surreal happened. The driver looked at the officer and claimed to be our neighbor, using his real name. There was one problem. In 9 months, our neighbor had never spoken Dutch. This man spoke fluent Dutch with a thick Polish accent. Realizing the game was over, they tried to flee. A violent chase followed until police arrested them. Then our actual neighbor appeared at our door. His face was swollen, bloody, one eye shut. His arm hung uselessly. He looked broken. He refused to cooperate with police. Later that night, he came back trembling. He confessed he cheated on his wife and claimed she sent people to kill him. He begged to sleep at our house. We refused. At 1 a.m., our dog started growling. The neighbor was back, standing on our porch. Then a car arrived. His wife. She saw him hiding behind our cars. Under the streetlight, she began to wail, a haunting, guttural cry. They left together. We never saw him again. And honestly, I don't think I want to know the truth.